Pooja Desai, Mrs. India Pride of Nation Ravishing 2019 and 2020. I'm grateful to be here to share my story on this prestigious platform of TEDxGoldenBridge. Not only to share my ups and downs, but also to stairs to my dreams that I've built for myself and the struggle behind it. Belonging to an Indian family, every woman and a girl who has dreams, aspirations, and ambitions is faced with a very daunting task of finishing all of that before she gets married, or she's expected to do so before she has all the family responsibilities. And that's why early marriages are an exit door to the dreams for women in the movies of their lives. But every movie of ours has an applauded hero, and in our lives, we are the heroes. So before we embark on this journey of mine, I would like to mention that I'm going to be talking also about a friend of mine who has been an unstinting support line for me throughout all my difficult times. Life is what happens when we are busy making plans. And this is what exactly happened with me. And here I was. I topped my BBA, the first graduate in the family. And I went to my dad with all these aspirations in my eyes, either to become a fashion designer, a model, or maybe pursue my studies abroad. And what I got in return was a list of biodatas from my father. I came from a very conservative Gujarati family, where they always thought that once the child or the girl child is done with her education, the only thing left in her life is to get married. Trusting my parents, I got married at a very tender age of 20. And here, I was standing in this alien city amongst new people, new environment, new mindset, and to top it all, a new person with you in the same room. That's when I came in terms with the unexpected realities of married life. Since I was always academically inclined, I wanted to continue my studies, and so I pursued my post-graduation in import-export and went on further to do my MBA in international business. My father always told me when I was young that a woman is dependent on her father when she's in her childhood. After marriage, she's dependent on her husband, and in her older age, on her son. And that is what I hated the most, because I think the only person I am dependent on is me. And that led to the origin of my jewelry business named Ziva. In the first year itself, I had 30 shows, 25 designers, Lakme Fashion Week, and all the works. That was the first milestone for me. A girl from a Gujarati family, a very conservative family, first graduate, and now a business of her own. It was time for the next phase of my life, to have a baby. And it was after 7 years of marriage that we decided that we should take this leap of faith. Again, a very difficult time for a woman to decide to have a baby after 7 years of marriage. Because in India, when women get married, within the first year, they are expected to have a child. And to go against the societal pressures, the family expectations, was another milestone for me. There came my baby, that bundle of joy in my hands. I was very ecstatic to hold that bundle of joy in my hands, but at the same time, very scared. Not that how I'm going to raise that child or the sleepless nights. It was the weight. I had put on 40 kgs for my pregnancy. I'd never seen myself like that before. And it was a big struggle to accept that someone like this could be inside me. I had post-pregnancy depression. And I used to stand in front of the mirror for hours, crying, looking at my wardrobe, which was full of size S. And now I needed a double XL. I didn't want to meet anybody. I used to snap at everything. That is where this friend of mine entered my life. She held on to me tight. She told me, do not worry. Together, we shall sail through this. Every morning, from that day onwards, I woke up at 5:30 a.m. sharp, hit the gym for 2 hours, came back, fed my baby, did all the household chores, and again in the evening, hit the gym. For a year, I did not eat outside. For a year, I ate the same kind of food. But after a year, the result that I saw was unbelievable. I was back to my normal size. That was my third milestone. I overcame my fear. We women stopped living our dreams post-marriage and kids, and we put our goals and lives behind them. But now it was a time to take another plunge. Athletics. Since childhood, I've always been very athletically inclined. And this was the time when I wanted to explore that side of me. It was this friend of mine who held on to me and said, Pooja, go ahead and pursue that. And here I was, playing handball for the Gujarat team. It was an all-India mothers handball team. And I went ahead to become the captain for not 1, 2, but 4 consecutive years. One day, while my friend and I were relaxing, she reminded me of my childhood dream of being a model, the glamour life, facing the cameras, lights, action. But after marriage, as we all know, there's so many stigmas that are attached to it. Whether, meeting different people is concerned or shooting with different men is concerned. So I was a little hesitant. But she really pushed me to the core. And she asked me to enroll for Mrs. India. And there I was for the audition of Mrs. India. Out of 4,500 auditions, I was selected as the top 100 finalist. And time came to go for the grooming sessions. It wouldn't have been possible without the continuous support of my friends and family. And there I went for my training with all these grooming sessions. I won the crown. What a moment of epiphany that yes, even today, I can dare to live my dreams. To summarize my entire life journey, I would like to compare it with the traffic lights, where the red light is your messy phase. A phase where you're all messed up, stuck, suffocated, darkness all around. But remember, it's a temporary phase. Moving on to the yellow light, which symbolizes the bouncing back phase, where you gather yourself, rise up from your problem, start dreaming, and find the ways to achieve those dreams. Finally, the green light, which is the no looking back phase. Set your eyes on the goal, energy, motivation, ideas to launch yourself ahead, and you never look back. And yes, I would definitely like to tell you the friend that I was talking about. That unstinted support, that unconditional love from that friend was none other than me. It was me who supported me. We women restrict our potential. We are our own roadblocks. When we stop caring about others, when we stop taking permission from others, when we stop taking validation from others, and when we rise above our own uncertainties, that is when we become unstoppable. Sometimes you got to step out of something to step into something. I hope this story of mine has encouraged you. Thank you.